Alright, this is me. I'm trying to fucking talk to the camera because I was having this doubts that so I was kind of practicing like my speech in front of the camera because I just realized the only reason why it's hard for me to make my videos is because I'm very insecure. I'm very insecure, incredibly. I'm afraid of other people judging me, um, like watching my videos thinking that it's stupid, thinking that I'm stupid. I don't really like the way I look, even right now. I don't really like the way I look. What the fuck is this? I don't really like the way I look um, on the camera. Um, I'm incredibly insecure of my abilities to speak in English and like just say things, and this is like the truth. I'm not sure I do sound confident enough or my language like is professional enough. I don't know that many words, and sometimes I wish I could explain something like, oh hey, like this thing, like I don't know, the like think about a building, about the structure that like you use to build like a building, like foundation or like columns or anything like that, like the materials, bricks. And I'm like afraid that at some point I will be vlogging, and I will see some kind of interesting building. I will see that building and I will not be able um, to like just say anything, explain anything about this building just because I don't know enough words to explain it, but I wish I could. So things like, fuck. So things like that. Um, and also another reason, bro, I'm just honestly just like losing my train of thought at this point. But another thing that stops me is I don't know. I'm still unsure. Like I was thinking about it honestly for around 2 years. What language should I use to film my videos? And at first, of course, I thought it would be Russian, obviously, because I'm from Russia and my first language is Russian. Till I was 17, it was the only language I know, really. Um, but well, anyway. Of course, I know this language, it's easy, it's very convenient for me. I can probably use it, alright. Uh, but after that, I just realized because, first of all, I was afraid that YouTube would be banned in Russia, which is crazy. And I just don't understand why it should be this way, why YouTube should be banned, but it certainly will be at some point, or like at least it's not working. Like YouTube in Russia is not working the same way as it is in the rest of the world. It's like slow, it will not open anything, like this kind of shit. That is really bad. And I really don't want to even like, I don't want to start like YouTube posting videos for like 2 years, bro. And after that, my followers will not be able to even watch anything because YouTube will be fucking banned, bro. Uh, that was one of my concerns, but other concern was when I lived for 2 months in Manchester, and I really never met anybody from like Russia. Everybody who I had to deal with were from, like they were just like just everybody there who I had to talk to. They were like only speaking English. This is my thought. This is what I wanted to say. So they were only speaking English. Nobody who I met like they were speaking Russian, and I just realized at some point, two months I did not meet anybody from Russia. Imagine how I felt at that point, like for 2 months, just straight up, for the first time ever in my life, never talking in my first language for 2 months, because everybody, like my homestay family, teachers, people who I like, waiters in the restaurants or something, like everybody who my classmates, everybody who I had to talk to, they were speaking a foreign language for me, uh, and that was crazy. The amount of like crazy situations I had to deal with only in a foreign language was insane to me. One day, because a woman punched me in the face, I had to go and write a police report, which was insane, and I had to do it in a foreign language. And after all this time, I just realized, so I believe if I only have to deal with everything in a different language, I believe it's impossible to me to just stay and keep being Russian, right? Because I have to become somebody else. I don't even know how to explain it better to you guys, because I really don't know. Cuz if I'm like staying, so if I decided to, for example, to stay being Russian, right? I would speak only Russian. I would not practice English. Besides the moments when it would be like super necessary to me. So I wouldn't speak it like that good. But if what I did, I decided to stop being Russian, if that makes sense. So I started communicating with people in English way more, started consuming way more content in a different language, and so I became incredibly good at it, right? And that was kind of like the decision that I had to make for a very long time, because I just couldn't stay being myself. I had to change to better my life and make my life easier. But at the same time, I and I think they're like, it will kind of sound crazy to you, but I think they're kind of, no, really, it will sound dumb, but I think I kind of have like Misha, who was before I moved from Russia. So like Russian Misha, basically, who was till I was 17. I was fully Russian. I spoke only Russian. I'm fully. It's really even funny because like when I came here, everybody was like, "Oh, I'm like Irish, or I'm like German or something," right? And I'm like, no, I'm like Russian, 100%, and I spoke only Russian. And after that, and that was Russian me with also like my age, my emotions, my like brain at the time. I don't know how to explain this. So that was all kind of like all of my experience when I was 17. That was Russian me basically. And after that, after I started living in Serbia, after I moved away from Russia, it started being new me basically. Because I had to change, and I had to change a lot of things in myself. Um, and I really just forgot what I was saying. Oh, mm, that was incredibly good. So I recalled. So about these two personalities, I think they don't really get along with each other. If that makes sense. Right now, I'm trying to like make this peace between them. Uh, but they don't really like each other, cause like, yeah, I don't even want to explain this because it sounds insane, but I kind of like when I was trying to become an American, I will call this period of my life like this. I kind of just like wanted to stop being Russian. Like I wanted to like kill this Russian in myself because um, I stopped watching Russian YouTube, Russian movies, listening to Russian music, speaking in Russian. Every time I had to like speak in Russian, it felt to me like it was like a waste of time because I could have been practicing my English. And Russian guy, uh, yeah, I'm just like dissatisfied with this because I've lived in Russia for, imagine living somewhere for 17 years, having like everything there or not. Like I couldn't say I had like a lot of things. I never really had friends there or anything like that. I had a cool, you know, cool room, cool apartment, cool places around me, cool memories, or anything like that. But really, not a lot of people. But anyway, anything that I had or like I could have had potentially, I don't have anything. None of it. Like even my room, I will never be able to like come back to my apartment, to my room. I cannot even really go to Russia right now because I will either be like, bro, that's crazy. I can't even go back to Russia because either I will go to jail or I will go to war. And I don't want to do this, honestly. I think it's not that good. So, fucked up situation. And of course, I don't really like this because it's like it's kind of it's like both, both of this personalities. It's just me. It's just one person. But whenever I express myself in English, I don't think it's the same quiet person as when I'm talking Russian, or whenever I'm just confused. I don't really know. Like right now, I start having a lot of people who I'm friends with, and I love them, and I value them, and because of that, I think that they're important to me, and because of that, I think, oh yeah, I should probably keep being like that for them. I have to like keep being this like American Misha. Oh my god, American Misha. But at the same time, I just think sometimes I'm like getting tired, really, and I kind of like realize that here, I honestly don't have the same kind of level of understanding. Like I sometimes whenever I'm like trying to, keep like this American, because right now I'm really tired of this. But for me, like playing this role, right, it takes like energy. And sometimes I'm running out of energy. So I have to use my like resources that I don't really have, or like it's just a little bit extra power, right? And I'm like forcing myself to play the part. Um, and that's really hard, and in the moments like that I just think, why I cannot just be myself? And myself, it's actually like Russian, personality. And plus I don't really fully understand, I don't really fully think I'm fitting in with, because really it doesn't matter how much I wish I could pretend to be American, but I'm not. I'm Russian, and I feel it like a lot recently.